Welcome to this AgDrive video tutorial. In this video we're going to show you how to invoice through AgDrive itself. So we're going to start by going to the jobs page, where this is where we can view all of our jobs that have been completed within AgDrive, any jobs that have been scheduled or any jobs that are currently in progress. And at the top we've got filter search bars where we can search for any job, whether it be by customer, by the operation, by invoice status, by the operator, and even by the date. All of these jobs can be downloaded as an Excel spreadsheet. So pretty much whatever you filter search, you can download and export the information if you wish from here. As well as you can also add the jobs in as we showed you in the job scheduling video. On the jobs page on AgDrive, we've got the job number of that particular job, what the operation was, the customer, the date, the fields that they've been in, who the operator was, the billable quantity, and the status of that job. And we've also got an approve button there. This approve button is to say that some form of management has checked over that job and has approved that ready for invoicing. So we can either do this from the main dashboard, or we can actually click on the job and view the job like so. So we can see this drilling job here. I'm happy with this job. So we've got the customer on here, the operation, who the operator was, how long he's been there, the vehicle he was actually driving, the fields he's been in, the billing information in terms of how many acres he's done. All the extra information is there on this particular drilling job, how much fuel he's used, any of the time records are all on there, and then as well we've got any notes and photographs as well. So from here I can actually download the actual PDF job report, as you can see on screen now as an example, or I can actually approve this job ready for invoice. So I can do this either from the main dashboard or I can do it from here. So I'm just going to press approve for invoicing here. And now the status of this job is now changed to approve for invoicing. So once we approve this job for invoicing, we cannot actually edit the details, although you can still edit the job when you actually go to invoice the job. So don't worry, you can still change the invoicing details. And that is the exact same for if you're invoicing through an accounts package, you can still edit that draft invoice in the accounts package. But if I just press back, you can see that this job is being approved. I can also approve multiple jobs. I can approve this other spraying job as well. And as we can see, we've got a lot of jobs that are currently approved at the moment, and we can see which jobs are being invoiced at the moment. So because we've approved that job, we can then go and invoice the job. So what we want to do is go to the invoicing section on the left hand side. And there we have a current invoice that's currently outstanding. So it's open, we haven't actually sent this invoice. And to actually create an invoice, it's just a case of going to add in the top right hand corner. It will then automatically have our business details in here. If you haven't actually put in your business details, this is where you'd have to do so. Press next. From here, you can then select the jobs that you would like to invoice. If I select this job here, for example, Farms number 2 account, it's then going to automatically filter search that customer on all the jobs that we have currently approved for invoice. We can then select. So I'm going to select these 2 jobs here and press preview invoice. And then from here, we can then edit any of the invoicing details. So any of the rates, the quantities can all be changed. You can even change the VAT statuses on here. We can also remove line items and add line items in. So I'm just going to remove that line item, keep this other line item in for fuel usage on this particular drilling job. Because we've got our billing amounts set up already in our operations, it's pretty much already drawn up as the invoices. And we can actually change the rates if we wish, say change that from 6 to 7, and it will automatically set that up. As well, it's already automatically put in our tax rates in there, depending on how you have it set up on your account. As well, we do support international tax rates and currencies, so you can change it however you wish. We've also got our payment instructions in here. This can be set up in your business settings from your account settings on the computer. As well, we can also set in a due date depending on how you've had it set up in your business settings. So I mean, I've got it set up at the moment on 30-day payment terms, so that's why it's automatically putting the date in there. So I'm happy with this job. I can just press save, and then I can either tick the box to say submit later on, or I can generate and attach a PDF job report with each of these jobs. So our job reports have been generated and attached, so I can click on this job and I can view the actual job report that's been done on this particular job on here, as well as I can view the other one as well, showing our proof of work on this particular job as well. So if I'm happy with this job, I can then press either save, or I can submit and send this job report. If I was to say send later on, I could then go back into the invoice and actually download the invoice. So say if you were wanting to actually print off the invoices to then send to your customers, if they do not have an email, you can do, but through the system it is primarily based around a email invoicing system. So we'll just press submit and send. And there we have it, our invoice has been created and sent successfully. Once this invoice has been sent, we can then download the invoice if we wish, in case we have to send a paper copy to the customer if they do not have an email. However, this system is based primarily on an email invoicing system. So we can go back to our dashboard and we can see the invoice status of each job. We can also go through and mark these as paid or not. So as you can see, this job has been paid now, hypothetically, and this is where you can manage all of your invoices through this invoicing page. We can also select the jobs on each invoice to then view back on AgDrive as well, so you can always check each individual invoice to the jobs that are being recorded on AgDrive, which has been very handy for searching historical invoices. Thank you very much for watching this invoicing tutorial. If you have any questions or queries, I will leave our contact details in the description below. Thank you very much for watching.